Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Wrestling Uncensored. Tonight, we'll talk about Smackdown, Roman Reigns, the Usos versus the Mysterios in two separate matches. We're watching AEW Dynamite as we speak. It's a Dynamite watch-along, a Smackdown recap, and other stuff. Okay? Other stuff like whatever Johnny wants to talk about tonight. Johnny, how you doing, buddy? I know you're riding high. Your hair is looking longer than ever. I thought you got a haircut recently. I saw a picture of somebody that looked like you with your physique getting his ponytail cut. I don't know when that was from.
That was like 3 or 2 years ago.
Ah, okay.
That was pre-pandemic.
Okay. It seemed
That's
like it was
stock footage.
Ah, I see. Well, it was released recently, so I was
Right.
confused. I was a little confused. I'm not sure if that guy was you or some other guy that looks like you. I don't know, John. Looked a lot like you physique-wise, but he was wearing a mask, so it was hard to tell. But you've got the long hair rocking. You're not cutting it until the Habs win the cup. Johnny's excited.
Well, I probably will stay like long regardless, like no matter what happens, but it's all good.
Yeah.
Tonight was good, and hopefully it continues on Sunday. So
now, we started a little late because you were watching the end of the game, and that's totally understandable. You're a big fan. It's playoff season. They're further than anyone thought they would be. They're now 2 up in their series here, the, I don't know, ALCS, whatever you call it. And I'm wondering, John, did you watch SmackDown tonight? Because I know you were focused on the hockey. I watched SmackDown. Did you? At all?
bits and pieces. You know, I did watch the first match, which I thought was fantastic. I thought it was better they didn't do a rematch afterwards. The rematch was the problem. Like, I don't know what you thought about it, but like they should have just had the first match and done maybe the rematch another day, because like it really felt like the second match didn't have the energy that the first match did.
Yeah, it seemed unnecessary. It was part of the story of SmackDown tonight, but I didn't need it. I thought the first match was pretty good. The Samoan drop that Ray took on the announce table was pretty sweet there, where he slides out of the ring, gets caught by an Uso, and then Samoan dropped on the announce table. That was a nice little spot. I thought that match was decent. It wasn't my match of the night. My match of the night, I don't know if you caught this, it was probably right in the third period, but Apollo Crews was wrestling Kevin Owens tonight, and it was a hell of a match. Commander Aziz attacked Kevin Owens before the match backstage,
Yeah, I saw that.
and then Kevin was kind of selling like a rib injury during the match with Apollo. The match was really good. Apollo hit a Death Valley driver on the ring apron and then rolled Kevin into the ring for the 1-2-3 to retain the Intercontinental title. Match of the night, I think. I thought that match was really good. Sami Zayn showed up after the match, hit the haluva kick on Owens. So it seems like Sami and KO still feuding. I guess that's a perpetual feud, right? But, yeah, that was a pretty decent match. I thought the wrestling tonight was, all right. There were some good bits. There were some bad bits. A lot of long promos from people. The Bianca Belair Bayley promo was, not my favorite part of SmackDown. Did you see the
What was
Apollo?
that ending?
Yeah, I don't know. What was the ending? Was there an ending? It just kind of trailed off.
Well, no, Bailey did the whole like kind of like Alexa Bliss thing where she took over the Thunderdome and
Yeah.
like was on all the screens. Like, what the heck was that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. Mark Henry's talking right now. I want to know what he's saying. Oh, Mark Henry says he's got a lot left in the tank. World's Strongest Man is in AEW. He's in an AEW ring right now with Tony Schiavone. Oh, and here comes Vicky Guerrero to interrupt Mark Henry. What is the meaning of
That's
this?
surprising.
What's
Very
Vicky
surprising.
doing here? I like watching Dynamite
she's
with you
gonna-
guys.
She's gonna have a big group. That makes sense. Like she only has like Nyla Rose right now. I mean, she should get more of a faction.
Well, she's got that like reverend guy, freaking deacon or whatever he's called. You know that guy? He's got like a religious man gimmick. You know who I'm talking about?
No, I didn't see that guy.
I like when you don't know guys, obscure AEW guys that I do know. I don't even know his name, but he's on BTE with Nyla Rose and Vicky. He seems to be part of their faction. Vicky's now doing a promo. I don't know why.
It's rare that you see Vicky like.
Whoa! Bienvenidos, Andrade El Idolo!
That's a surprise.
Whoa! Here he is. It's Andrade. Andrade's in AEW. Oh, shit.
They've done this before, too, if you think about it. Remember, like, last Double or Nothing? They didn't have FTR. They had FTR on the Dynamite after the pay-per-view. They always like to do this, like, a big thing after the pay-per-view, and here it is. I was hoping for Andrade at the pay-per-view, right, for the Battle Royal, but
right.
This is good, too, I guess.
A lot of people were hoping to see Andrade in that pay-per-view, but here he is now on Dynamite. Mark Henry's not in the ring anymore. Vicky's like, get out of here. Yeah.
Goodbye.
And here's Vicky introducing Andrade. Dios mío. It's Senor Flair. And he's cutting a promo in Inglés. Shout out to the team watching. I see Douglas Hepburn, member of the team. Thank you, Doug. I see Mako. I see Bob Cote. I see you guys. I see Ray Cruz. Wow. Shocking moment here on AEW Dynamite.
Well, it's going to make things interesting now. Have Andrade. Like, think of the matchups they could have now. It's going to be very interesting.
He says he's going to be the new face of All Elite Wrestling. Damn. He looks like $1 million. Nice green suit on. He's got a cool, like, lucha necklace. Nice glasses. Jewelry. Oh, the El Idolo suit. It's like custom suit he's wearing. 3-piece suit. You can tell this guy's been hanging around with the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Woo! Of course, for those of you that don't know, Andrade is engaged to Charlotte Flair, the queen. Wow. Andrade in AEW. Who do you want to see him wrestle? You talked about the matchups. What are the matchups for you? Kenny, obviously, but who else? Who are some of the guys? I mean, Andrade Darby would be pretty cool, right? There's a lot of great matches. Hangman Page.
Right.
What do you think?
It's not hard. I mean, him against Jericho would be pretty good, I think. Him against Sammy Guevara would be pretty good.
Yes.
Pac, you know, like, I mean, the list kind of goes on and on almost. Like, there's a lot of good matches with him. There's probably some, like, obscure stuff, like, we aren't even really thinking about, too.
I mean, Andrade versus Miro.
Well, I wouldn't be dying to see that, but maybe, like, him against, like, Jungle Boy. Like, maybe, like, on paper, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that good, but I could see it actually being a fantastic match.
Yeah. Him and MJF. Him and, I mean, a ton of guys, right? Pentagon. Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, Pentagon, that'd be that's something maybe some people wouldn't expect, the way Pentagon's been pushed in AEW, but yeah, I could see that being fantastic.
Pac. You know, we just saw those guys in action. The Young Bucks getting the win over Pac and Pentagon in the opener. That was a pretty good match. Pretty hot tag team start. I liked it. Did you catch it? Or
everything but the
hockey?
finish.
You didn't like the finish? What was the finish? It was weird.
Cutler hit Pac with like the belt on his leg, and that's how they were able to pin him.
Yeah, I didn't like that too much.
Yeah, it was kind of a weak finish.
Derek John says his English has gotten better. Yeah, I think it has, right? Like, I don't know. He didn't really talk that much in WWE for himself, but I know that he has been working very hard on improving his English, taking English classes, and, you know, he knows that it's something that he needs if he wants to make it work in American pro wrestling. Ooh, Derek John also says Andrade versus Cody. That would be good, too.
Yeah, possibly.
I don't
know. Again, it's not the match I'm dying to see, but, you know, it could be okay. It could surprise me. I can't hear what he's saying because I got it on mute right now, but I think, you know, having a girlfriend that speaks English probably helps a lot, of course.
Yeah, of course. Wow, Andrade showing up in AEW. They get Mark Henry, and now Andrade. I mean, they're beefing up the roster, man. They're beefing up the roster. AEW is looking pretty good. WWE's releasing people. AEW is adding people. I did a video on the releases when they happened. I think it was Wednesday, right? Haven't got your thoughts on the releases. Shocked? Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, Lana, Ruby Riott, Santana Garrett, all released on Wednesday.
It's not really too surprised. Just Aleister Black, really, when you think about it, because like, you had that thing with Big E, right? And then he came back, and then you cut him. Like, that's kind of weird. Like, it kind of puts Big E in a bad spot. Like, why not at least have the match, beat him, and then cut him? You know, like, I didn't make a lot of sense right there. You know, like you were doing something and nothing, and like you sign Lana to like a 5-year deal, and then like a year into that deal, cut her. That's, you know, it's weird. I don't understand. Yeah, I know that's what they do, but I don't get it. Like, why would you invest so much into somebody, or seem like you're going to, and then, no, we'll just cut you anyways? It's weird. But I guess, you know, they're trying to save money. So that's a good way to do it. Just, you know, cut a lot. And, you know, Braun Strowman, I think that was the main thing, because I guess he was the most expensive of all of them. So, and when you think about it too, like, maybe they've got everything they could out of Strowman.
Yeah.
I mean, they gave him the title. Did that really shake things up that much? Not really.
No.
I mean, what else was there to do with him?
For a guy that's making $1 million a year, he was going to make that money for the next 3-4 years, right, with the company. I think
Probably
they realized. Say it again?
Bonuses.
Yeah.
They might go up with bonuses and all that. Like,
I think they realized, look, there's a ceiling with this guy. There's only so much we can get out of him. There's only so good he's going to get. And at 37 years of age, the fact that he's been in the company since 2013, I think we kind of reached our ceiling with Braun Strowman. And that's where we are. You know, that's why Braun's no longer on the roster, because he was being paid like a main eventer, but he wasn't really being used like a main eventer. So I understand that.
Got a new subscriber. That was cool.
Thank you, Ben.
You didn't catch that.
Thank you, Ben Smith, for subscribing. I did catch that. Always nice. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. We are always doing stuff. We are always busy with mixed martial arts and professional wrestling. I was on last night with AJ and Freddie for Ringside Report MMA. We previewed the UFC fights going down tomorrow night. We previewed a little Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather taking place on Sunday. AJ and I are going to do a live watch-along for that one on Sunday. It'll come up around 9:30, 9:45 here on the channel. Don't forget to click the bell so you get the alerts to know exactly when we jump on for that Mayweather-Logan Paul. I'm only watching that fight because that's the only fight I care about. So we'll do a watch-along for that. We're watching AEW Dynamite along with you. QT Marshall looked like he took a heavy dose of niacin. He is super red. He is a tomato out there. Good God Almighty. It's Cody and Lee Johnson versus QT Marshall and Anthony Ogogo. And John, I think you're a couple minutes behind me on your feed, but once you get to QT Marshall, you will see exactly what I'm talking about. This man is super red. And for those of you that don't know, niacin is a drug that wrestlers take to make themselves look red before their matches, so that in the match they look super red. Because why, John? Why do guys do it?
Well, drug, it's a vitamin, actually.
Okay. It's a pill, whatever. Sorry. Vitamin.
Right.
But it makes you look red. It reddens you up, right? And why do guys want to look red?
It just looks better. Like, white
not on QT.
Really...
You see him?
You can see with some guys, like, the paleness, it doesn't look that good. It doesn't look as good as tan. That's why a lot of guys are tan, because it just looks better.
QT looks freakishly red, though.
Well, I mean, some people overdo it, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, that doesn't look so good.
No.
But that can actually look good depending on the gimmick, right? I mean, if you're kind of like a monster kind of gimmick and you come out all red, it actually would be suiting, right?
Yeah, but that's not what he is.
Like I feel like the Butcher does that too. Like I feel like he
Maybe.
gets all red, and
That
it
makes
looks fine
sense.
with him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But QT in trunks just looks like he got a really bad suntan. He looks pink almost. Looks like it hurts. I don't know why this tag team match is happening. Cody's still doing this feud with these guys. He beat Anthony Ogogo at the pay-per-view. Why is this still happening? I don't care about this. I don't care about Cody and Lee Johnson versus Anthony Ogogo and Red QT.
Well, you don't care, but they're kind of invested in this, so they're gonna run with this as much as possible. I mean, they've only started like a Go-Go's like push in a sense, right? They gave him the pay-per-view match, not just gonna have him disappear. They're gonna let him have a couple matches on Dynamite now, see what they can get out of him.
But I kind of wanted Cody to move on from this. Like, Cody's an interesting character in AEW, but he's doing an uninteresting thing right now with Ogogo and QT. Like, he's feuding with guys no one cares about.
Well, you're not wrong about the niacin. Like it does look kind of odd. Like
Right? Come on, man. He looks crazy. He's redder than my shirt right now.
yeah, like the idea is fine. Like it's good for some guys. Just for him, maybe not so much. Like there's no reason why he needed to get that red. But I guess him pale looks really bad. I don't know. I mean, I can't imagine these guys are that pale. They're in Florida all the time, pretty much. How can you be that pale?
Cody's got a tan. I
Everyone's
mean,
got it. I mean, you just walk around, you get a tan in Florida, pretty much.
to me, like, if I were a wrestler, I would do the spray tan instead of the niacin pre-match. Why do guys choose the niacin over the spray tan?
Because spray tan doesn't look good unless you got like the right kind of tanning. Like it looks kind of like blotchy
Oh,
on
yeah.
camera, so that's why the spray tan doesn't look good. I don't know if you remember this match. I think it was like Mr. Anderson versus Shawn Michaels. It was the first time they switched to HD, and you could tell how bad, like if you use like the wrong spray tan, how it looks. Like it looks really, really bad. And
Yeah.
you could tell that they switched to their spray tan after that.
Yeah. Doug Hepburn wants to know, does it have negative health effects, the niacin? Do
I've
you know?
taken it for a couple of years, and I think I'm okay. So
Yeah, you never felt anything weird? No negative health effects for you? You've taken it a bunch, right?
at least like 3, 4 years at least, yeah.
When you come out looking red, it does make you look more menacing, though. I will say that. Because QT's not as jacked as you. Like, you're more jacked, so when you come out, like, it does kind of accentuate. Like, I get why you do it, but QT, it just doesn't
Also
look
for the
right.
gimmick too.
Yeah, your gimmick, too.
Come
You're,
on,
like, angrier. Yeah.
yeah,
You come out, like,
yeah,
raging, so you're, like, red with rage.
yeah, yeah. With QT, it is kind of odd, but whatever. That's what he wanted to do. Let him do it. You know, for some guys, like it pumps them up, so maybe it
Yeah.
helps them. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if that's the way QT wants to look, all nice and up, looking red like a tomato, that's fine. It's just, we're going to be watching it. We're going to be noticing it. That's how it works. While we're in a commercial break here, we're watching AEW in picture-in-picture. We can go back to SmackDown. So the Mysterios beat the Usos. Jimmy Uso goes to the top rope. Dominic had his knees up, kind of. The finish was super awkward. Like, Jimmy Uso kind of stood there and kind of leaned
Yeah,
into Dominic, and then Dominic rolled him up. Like, it was awkward. It was not good. Dominic rolls up Jimmy 1, 2, 3. The knees, like, Jimmy clearly didn't jump into his knees, and he just kind of stood there for a second, and then he kind of, like, Dominic, I guess, didn't have his knees up high enough. What happened there? It was horrible looking. Awful finish.
it's too bad because I thought Dominic had a pretty good showing. Actually, I liked his comeback. Like he actually looked like it was one of his better matches that I think he's had all year.
Mm-hmm.
So like it was too bad that that finish was a little bit off, but it
His
actually
DDT
kind
was
of helped
nice.
in a sense. Yeah, DT was nice. He had a good crossbody, springboard crossbody. Like he had some good moments actually. He actually looked pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
It's too bad the finish looked kind of off, but maybe it was okay for the finish to look off because it was supposed to be controversial. So it's fine in that sense. I thought they pulled that off okay though with the whole pin thing. Like
Yeah.
it was a
The,
kick out, but the ref didn't see it. That was fine.
yeah, the ref's positioning on it was perfect. To like miss Jimmy Uso's shoulder up, which was the reason why Roman Reigns got the Usos to go demand a rematch from Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce, and then the rematch was the main event. I'm not a huge fan of seeing the same match twice to bookend a wrestling show. Like,
Yeah.
It's not great.
Well, especially a match that to me it just had no energy in that second match. Like I thought the first one at least like there was a good story told right there, and they had the whole thing with Ray getting hurt on the table. Like it felt like they were building something there. In the second match, it just felt like they're put heat on Dominic and like nothing's happening. It just felt like, and then the finish too, just out of nowhere. Oh, Roman comes in, DQ.
Yeah.
Like that was lame.
Yeah, Roman just came in, attacked the Mysterios at a certain point, and caused a disqualification. So the Mysterios actually beat the Usos twice tonight on SmackDown. DQ in the main event, pinfall in the opener. Roman smacked Ray with the steel steps. He choked out Dominic with the guillotine choke. And Jimmy Uso was like, whoa, 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 stop. That's enough, Roman. Not like this. And then Jimmy goes to leave the ring, and he wants his brother Jay to leave the ring with him. And Roman's like getting in Jay's face and kind of stares him down and forces him to stay in the ring and not join his brother on the ramp. And then Roman delivered a devastating powerbomb to Dominic to close the show, which I did enjoy. Roman's powerbomb on Dominic was hellacious, and it was a nice way to kind of just finish the show.
Well, I thought Roman's always great. Like I thought, again, his promos, like the way he just interacts with everyone, like he's the star of the show. There's no question about it. I'm kind of confused about what the match is going to be for him, though, at Hell in a Cell. Like, is he even going to wrestle in Hell in a Cell the way it's going? I feel like he might not.
I have no idea what you would do with him at this point. There's no challenger. Seth Rollins seems to be feuding with Cesaro, right? Seth did a promo with him, about him kind of tonight. Kayla really did the promo, and Seth just didn't speak. He just sat there in his weird suit. So Cesaro's out of the picture. He was Roman's last opponent. Hell in a Cell's coming up, too. They've got, 2 more episodes of SmackDown before this thing? I don't understand what they're going to do. Unless Daniel Bryan's coming back, but, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah. Edge? Could they do Edge?
It's too out of nowhere. That's something that needs a build. Like, if Edge is coming back, that's like SummerSlam or even Money in the Bank, because Money in the Bank's going to have fans, right? So maybe you want a big main event for that, but it feels like Hell in a Cell is kind of just a filler pay-per-view.
Hell in a Cell doesn't look very strong right now. They don't have much going on. They've got Drew versus Bobby again, which will probably be in a Hell in a Cell because they can't just do it straight up one-on-one, right?
I hope not. Oof, that'd be rough. Watch that again.
Were you not shocked that they did that on Monday?
Yeah, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked at all.
You weren't shocked? I was kind of surprised. I was like, really? I thought they might do a screwy finish or, do a triple threat with Kofi or have Kofi win somehow over Drew, but then Drew just won, and now Drew versus Bobby at Hell in a Cell. Like, man, they are riding this thing till the wheels fall off. They won't give it up, It wasn't great at Mania. The triple threat with Braun wasn't great. Braun got fired, and now they're doing the Bobby Drew again. It's not great. Fire Drew next, and then Bobby. Then you have no more champion. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's weird. I think it's super weird that Braun was in the title match on the last pay-per-view, and now he's fired. That's weird. It's unusual.
Well, I feel like there's more to this Braun release than we know so far. Like, you got to wonder, like, Braun, it feels like he was hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like near the end there he was hurt. And you got to wonder if he got hurt again, perhaps. And they're just like, well, he's going to be injury prone all the time. Maybe it's just, we just cut all ties now,
Yeah. You might be right about that. Anthony Ogogo and QT Marshall just beat Cody and Lee Johnson. Cody taking the fall after Anthony Ogogo punches Cody in the face While Cody wasn't looking, Cody was distracted by Aaron Solo. So Aaron Solo also part of this group with QT. Solo distracts the ref so that Ogogo can come in as an illegal man and punch Cody so that QT can get the pinfall. 1, 2, 3. QT and Ogogo beat Cody and Lee Johnson. That was not my favorite match in Dynamite history, but whatever.
Well, it wasn't not the worst match. It's not awful, but it gives QT his big win. You know, he finally beat Cody, so you can always say that now.
Yep.
But yeah, move on, and hopefully there's some sort of end to this, like sooner than later. Like, I'm not huge on this whole like Nightmare Family versus Factory feud. Like, it's not the most compelling feud they have going on or story in AEW.
It's really not. That's what I'm saying. Like, the Cody versus these guys, it's just kind of like, man, I wish Cody was doing something else. I'd like to see everybody kind of move on from what they're doing, a lot of them, you know? Like, I want to see Kenny move on from Moxley and kind of do something else, which he did, right? He had the match with Pac and Orange. But right. I don't know. Kenny moving on is good. But the Inner Circle and versus MJF's guys, like, I think maybe that's done now.
I hope so.
Here comes Jericho. I was listening to Jericho's podcast, and he was talking about doing Kenny Jericho 3 and how big that's going to be when they do that. And I was like, what? Pardon me? So I think they might be heading towards that, which would be pretty cool. Like, Jericho now with a big win, like, he might be going for the belt again. Going up against Kenny, like, how do you feel about Jericho Kenny again? I like it.
Yeah, they could do that. Like I really kind of want to see Jericho versus Sting, but it doesn't make sense right now. So I guess, yeah, Jericho versus Kenny, you could do that. I don't know. It just feels like there's other guys for Kenny first. Like, I feel like you could do Pac. I feel like it should be Christian, even though he didn't win the Battle Royal. I think somehow, some way, it should be Christian at the next pay-per-view. But, yeah, Jericho's not bad either.
Yeah. Christian would be fun.
I just think Christian. Yeah, to me, it's the match I look forward to more than Jericho. Like we've seen it before, right?
Yeah,
like it's good, but I like to see what Christian can do with it. You know,
Christian's wrestling tonight, eh? He's teaming with Jungle Boy against Taz guys.
It makes sense. I don't know who exactly, but it makes sense.
I don't even know.
He's wrestling Cage and Hobbs, I guess.
But I like that we're going to see Christian wrestle tonight. That's pretty fun. Inner Circle in the ring for a little promo. Derek John making a good point. You know, Aleister Black leaving. Big E now has nothing to do. It's weird. I mean, he could continue his feud with Apollo. I don't think that ever really ended. Kevin Owens seems to be feuding with Apollo, and then Sami Zayn seems to be feuding with Kevin Owens. That four-way, I don't think, settled it a couple weeks ago on SmackDown. I think those four guys need to keep going for the Intercontinental title. It would have been nice to see Aleister Black thrown into that mix too, but it is what it is.
Well, you saw Kevin and like Sami, they're still kind of in it, right? In a sense, like they're not going for the title. They're still like contenders for that title. With Big E, though, I don't know. I feel like maybe you just like start over with him. Like, I guess keep him off TV for a little bit, and then out of nowhere he'll come back and be inserted into a feud. I feel like with him and Apollo, like, you know, how many pay-per-views have we seen this match already? Like, I feel like it's been like 3 or 4 now. I feel like it's time to move on.
Big E versus Roman Reigns, Derek John suggests. I mean, that would be cool, but Big E hasn't really had the build, you know? For Hell in a Cell, it would be a little tight. Where's Big E even been?
You got to put him back on TV, give him some big wins. It's too soon for that. Like, I could see him, if not at SummerSlam, the pay-per-view after SummerSlam, which might be like Night of Champions or something. I could see Big E getting the shot then. Maybe even like before Survivor Series or something would be pretty good. Or if you could get it at Survivor Series, that'd be pretty good.
Mm. Man, I really don't know what you do for Roman at Hell in a Cell. I really don't. I don't think it's possible he
Doesn't have
doesn't
to
even
wrestle.
wrestle. He might not wrestle. Is Big E still
That's fine.
selling the attack from Aleister Black? Like, has he not been seen on SmackDown since Aleister Black beat him up?
That's correct.
That's horrible.
Well, I
Aleister
just
Black's
think they don't know.
fired. Holy
They don't know what
shit.
to do now, right? Like it kind of puts him in a spot where it's like, now what? They don't really know. So I think the idea is just keep him off. It's just with a lot of guys, just keep him off, and then when they have something they can put him in, just put him back on TV. Like nothing happened.
Yep. Well, they're going to have to ignore it, right? It's not like they're going to address, last time we saw Big E, he was attacked by Aleister Black. Whatever happened to that guy? You know, like they're not going to address that. Derek John says it's going to be Private Party versus Christian and Jungle Boy tonight. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Inner Circle doing a
Hardy
promo
guys.
right now. Yeah, Hardy's guys. Inner Circle doing a promo right now. And Jericho gave like a bunch of people in the audience Inner Circle Stadium Stampede 2 Champions t-shirts. Giving away t-shirts. Like good baby faces.
Well, I think didn't they do this too for the other one, but there was no fans, right, or something? Or no, didn't they get stolen or something? Like that's what happened last year. Something like that happened. I forget
Did they?
exactly, but I feel like they did something like this. Maybe Orange Cassidy messed it up or something. It's ringing some bells.
My memory's short for these things. I can't remember. Doug Hepburn got 3 Stadium Stampede first ever 2020 champs for him and his kids. Him and his boys.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
Wow.
funny. Good stuff. You can get Ringside Report merch over at merch.ringsidereport.net. Check it out.
Yeah, get that merch. Yeah.
Get that merch. Merch yourself up. We got hats. We got cups. This cup right here. You can get one. It's got my face on it. Man, there's some ruckus going on outside my house. There's some like crazy dudes yelling. I'm going to go check it out. Give me a second. I'll give you a live report, okay? You watch Dynamite. Give us a play-by-play, John. There's crazy shit going on outside.
Well, play-by-play, like I'm seeing the Inner Circle do a promo on mute right now, so kind of hard to say. But I will talk about the hockey game a little bit because I know there's some hockey fans out there. That was a fantastic game. Carey Price again. Amazing. Like, very defensive-minded Montreal. A little too much in the third period for my liking, but I was pretty happy with that win. Toffoli, what a shot. On short-handed right there. Beautiful. Beautiful game. Pretty happy. And Dave's back, so that ruins all the hockey talk.
Oh, sorry. I was just hearing, like, popping and, like, explosion. I think people are shooting off fireworks or something. I don't know what's going on. People are yelling and screaming. Something's
Fireworks
going on.
is fine.
Just
as
want to
long
make sure
as it's
everything's
not,
safe.
like, actual, like, explosions. It's fine.
Were you talking about hockey while I was gone?
Of course. So I know what people want to hear, so why not? I have this on mute. I have this on mute, so I have no idea like what the heck they're talking about. So I know they're talking.
Oh, I'm listening to it. It is definitely hard to listen to this promo, talk to you, and listen to you and everybody at the same time. But I'm trying my very best. Oh, he's not done with MJF. Jericho needs to settle the score with MJF and even things out. I think he's talking about MJF.
Well, I think because they're even now, right? So now they have to get the advantage or get the final victory or something.
Yeah, it's not enough. Carey Price, he shut out the Jets tonight, eh? Carey Price, what a goalie. What a goalie, Johnny.
That's what we talked about. That's what I talked about.
Oh, yeah. You were writing him off, but the guy, he's unstoppable.
I don't believe I wrote anyone off on the
okay.
Canadians, but
people were writing him off. No, at some point, they were like,
well,
written off.
People can do what they want, but
he's
when
been
you
playing
win
for a long time, man. He's like getting old, no?
Well, he's like early 30s. Like
Yeah. I'll tell you what, if he
he'll
can
be
win a
playing for a
Stanley
while.
Cup, he'll be a legend forever in this city. Right?
Of course.
He'd be the MVP of the team if they keep going like this, right?
Well, he's the MVP of the team no matter what, you know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but it's fun, to come back to Montreal up 2-0. That's gonna be fun. Sunday should be fun.
Wow. You got tickets?
Heck no.
Let's get Johnny some tickets. Somebody hook Johnny up. Johnny
I
deserves to go.
appreciate that, but the amount of money it takes for those tickets is ridiculous. So
Yeah.
I'm fine watching at home.
Well, I want somebody to give you free tickets is what I'm saying. I don't want you to pay for them. Just somebody bring Johnny to the game. If somebody has tickets and they're looking for a cool guy to go with, Johnny North is your man. Like, he's a cool guy. He loves the Habs. He's very muscular. He can give you workout tips. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put you over and get you into this game, man.
Nah, I'd rather not go with a stranger. Social distancing and everything. Like, it's better not.
Okay. Well, John won't go. If you have a single ticket,
Yeah.
if you have a single ticket that you just want to give to John, do that. He won't go with you. He will stay away from you. But, Jericho's done his promo. We're in a commercial break on Dynamite. He wants another shot at MJF. He wants to beat MJF. So that's not over. We're not done with the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle. And we are done. First hour of Dynamite. First hour of Dynamite pretty much in the books. Sorry, go ahead.
He's talking about tans. Like, I think Jericho's tan is like spot on right now. It's pretty good. I don't know what you thought.
Well, he lives in Florida, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't always have a great tan. But it looks really good.
I didn't notice. Hey, you know what today is?
So June 4th?
Johnny Hungy's 30th birthday. Happy birthday, Hungy. Num, 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 num. Johnny Hungy. I hope we see him soon. They need to do... I don't understand why the main event of this show tonight isn't a Johnny Hungy birthday celebration promo. So I know he's injured, but he should be on the show no matter what. He's so over, man. Everybody loves Johnny Hungy.
I'm sure they'll do something on that show that you watch on YouTube on Mondays.
Being the Elite? Yeah, he's always doing something. You really never watch it.
There you go. Heck no.
So opposed to it. Just offended by it even. Offended by it. I think Mako's going to take you to the game. Mako's going to buy tickets and take you to the game, John. How about that?
Super chat.
Oh. Doug Hepburn says Johnny should sing "Oh Canada" and get in for free. I agree. John, sing now, and maybe you'll get in for free. 3, 2, 1, and
I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Sorry.
I'll get you
That
started.
ain't happening.
Oh. Take it from there.
It ain't happening.
Come on.
It ain't happening. I'm
Come
in a good
on.
mood, but not that good of a mood.
Oh. If they win this series,
I'm actually
will you
happy
sing
not
it?
going to the game. I'm actually happy not going to the game. I don't want to be around people whatsoever, so I'm happy staying at home watching the game. By myself, stay away from me, or I'll hit you with my stick.
I don't know if that's a threat or an offer, John. I mean, what stick are you talking about, baby?
It's a promise. It's a promise.
I don't know what that means. I'll hit you with my stick. Oh.
Everyone has a hockey stick, no? Well, yeah, it's true. You don't have a hockey stick, but
no. When I say I'll hit you with my stick, I'm not talking about a hockey stick, baby.
We're getting close to that hour. Dave gets kind of crazy. It's gonna happen.
Dave's getting
guys.
saucy. I don't have a hockey stick. I literally do not have a hockey stick. And I have not since I was maybe a child. And even then, it didn't really get any use because I've never really played hockey. I have a baseball bat. I have a couple.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So SmackDown, we gotta finish SmackDown still.
Ah, I was talking about hitting people with my whacking stick. Now we gotta talk about SmackDown. I was having more fun talking
Yep.
about whacking stick is the stick I used to beat snakes out of Springfield on Whacking Day, as we all know, right? John, you celebrate Whacking Day.
When is Whacking Day?
I have no
I forget
idea.
when Whacking Day is.
You remember that episode, Whacking Day,
Of
with
course.
Barry White? Save all the snakes, you know, and then he's singing to like get the snakes to go away. The kids save the snakes on Whacking Day. Classic Simpsons. I mean, what else do you want to talk about? Carmella beating Liv Morgan with the submission move that they called the Cone of Silence? The Code of Silence? I don't know. I don't know if it was
The Code of Silence.
Code of Silence. Omerta. They should call it Omerta. But, you know, they're not that cool. So, Carmella beats Liv Morgan. You see that match?
I saw that match. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but it was fine. I mean, I would just feel bad if you're Liv Morgan right now. You got to feel like you're walking on eggshells because all your friends pretty much got released. So you got to wonder how much longer she has left.
I mean, Sarah Logan gets released first from the Riot Squad, right? Now Ruby Riot gets released. Also, her like fiance or whatever, boyfriend, husband, I'm not sure. Bo Dallas got released recently. Like everybody around her has been released.
I'd feel pretty bad about that. Like she's got to do something. I think maybe I don't know how much longer she has left. Maybe a year, maybe less.
Yeah. I don't know what she can really do at this point. She's in a tough spot. She's losing to Carmella. And Carmella isn't really top of the food chain, you know?
Well, she's higher than Liv. That's definite. There's no question about
that. Liv is on that endangered species list in WWE for sure. What is this Kenny Omega promo going on right now? They're talking about Jungle Boy. They're singing the Jungle Boy song. Kenny's like... because Kenny's wrestling Jungle Boy next week. I get it.
Not next week. They changed it, actually.
What?
Apparently, it's going to be on the first Dynamite on Saturday.
Saturday?
Because next week's going to be Friday, again like this. And then the week after, we're getting 2 weeks on Saturday.
Bullshit. Saturdays? Saturday Dynamite? Get the fuck out of here with that. I'm not watching that. That's ridiculous. Wait. So next week, the 11th of June, I've got a calendar over there I'm looking at, okay? Next week is the 11th of June. You're telling me Dynamite's on a Friday next week?
Correct.
Okay. And then it's on a Saturday, 2 straight weeks after that, the 19th and 26th? There's UFCs on that night.
Well, looks like you're going to be watching a lot of things at once, I guess.
Damn, man. Well, we're not doing a watch-along for those Dynamites. We're doing a watch-along for this because it's, this is when we're normally on after SmackDown, Friday night, 10 p.m., Wrestling Uncensored, every Friday night right here on the Ringside Report Network. But goddamn, pal, I'm not coming on a Saturday to watch Dynamite. That's ridiculous. I don't know what we'll do for our Dynamite AEW coverage that week. Whatever, we'll figure it out, okay?
It might just be on hiatus for a little bit, AEW, until it comes back to its regular Wednesday nights.
When is it coming back to Wednesdays? Ever?
I'm guessing July. I mean, the NBA playoffs don't last forever, so.
Damn, man. So, when they go to TBS, right, they're moving to TBS, are they going to stop getting bumped around like this? It's going to get more normal?
Well, they'll stop getting bumped by basketball, but there's a possibility of getting bumped by baseball, right? Because if the Braves do well.
Oh. Is that still the Braves are still on TBS, eh? I don't get TBS. So I don't know what's
I don't get TBS either, but I remember my friends used to have it, and like I always saw like Atlanta Braves baseball on TBS all the time, so.
Yeah, I assume it's still the deal. Hopefully the Braves suck so we don't get Dynamite moved around. What else happened on
That's
SmackDown?
next year, though.
Yeah, next year. For now, we're getting bumped around by NBA. King Corbin beat Shinsuke Nakamura, rolled him up, and then Rick Boogs stopped Corbin as he tried to run away with the crown because Nakamura and Corbin still feuding on SmackDown over this crown. Can't they have a match for the crown already to just kind of get it over with?
I thought the match was for the crown. Like, beat the guy and then you get the crown. Like, it seemed like that was happening, and then they stole it from him again.
Yeah. And they're supposed to be the baby faces, right? Nakamura and Rick Booger?
I suppose. I don't know. The problem is, like, I think we've seen this match like 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
So what's the whole end to this? Like, a tag match or something? Or, guitar on a pole or something? Like, crown on a pole?
I have no idea.
Not that I want to see that, because I feel like this match isn't going to get much better.
Nope. It's not good. I don't get the Nakamura-Corbin thing. I'm really not into anything Corbin's ever doing, though. To be fair, like, I'm just not a Corbin fan. Anytime Corbin's involved in something, I'm kind of like, this can only go so far. There's a limit to how good this can be.
I feel like he had some good moments here and there. Like, actually, his feud with Seth Rollins was actually pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, but he's overall not that good. Right? Like, overall, Baron Corbin, he's not your favorite wrestler. He's nobody's favorite wrestler. And if he got released, you'd kind of be like, oh, yeah. It would, Like, he's not terrible. He's not the worst wrestler I've ever seen. He's got size and everything, but, like, he's not terrific.
The thing is, they've invested a lot into him. They gave him, like, Kurt Angle's last match, and he beat Kurt Angle. And, like, how many pay-per-views has he been on? And then they're just going to cut. Like, I feel like they've invested more into Baron Corbin than Braun Strowman, except the big title victory.
Yeah, I mean, he won a title, man. He beat Goldberg at WrestleMania. Braun's done a lot.
That wasn't really going to be the plan, though. That was because Roman wasn't there. Like, they actually planned to give, Baron Corbin the win over Kurt Angle, retire him. They planned give him King of the Ring. Maybe King of the Ring's not a big deal now, but it used to be when we were growing up.
Yeah, but giving it to Corbin was more of a gimmick change than anything. Not really an accolade. And again, he's never won any title, really.
Well, no, that's not true. He's won the U.S. title.
Okay, but whatever. Main title. Titles that matter. I think they invested more in Braun than in Baron, but, whatever. They're similar level. Right now it's Jungle Boy and Christian versus the Private Party in AEW. I like Private Party's new gear. I like that they're wearing, like,
gear?
Yeah, the lack of gear, the, like, dress shirt and the dress pants matching. I don't know what it is, but they look like more of a team. They look like more heelish, They look too much like baby faces in their gear because they have, like, really flashy moves and their gear was flashy and they looked kind of colorful and fun. But now in this gear, they look like more heelish, no?
I guess it's just, to me, I thought their, original gear was kind of cheap. It didn't look very good. It didn't look like, star kind of like quality kind of material. So, like, just to wear something like this, I mean, it's just very basic, but again, it's still better than the other stuff they were wearing, so it's fine. And it helps with their new attitudes, I guess. So
yeah, they're more matchy with Matt Hardy. They're kind of like junior Matt Hardys, I like it. I think it works for the group. I think it works for Private Party right now. I don't think this is their forever gear, but for right now, it's pretty good. So good to see Christian in the ring.
As long as they don't mind wrestling in it.
Yeah. Looks fine. Man, I mean, Isaiah Cassidy's shirt is short sleeve. Mark Quinn is wearing pants and a long sleeve button-up shirt to wrestle in which cannot be comfortable in Florida right now. I mean, it is hot as hell in Montreal. I can only imagine how hot it is right now in Florida. And this dude, Mark Quinn, is wearing long sleeves and pants. It's got to be sweating
they are
profusely.
outside, though.
Still, it's hot, man. It's Florida.
Yeah, it's hot. Well, I mean, even if they were wearing like the original gear, it'd still be hot. Whatever. Like, it's probably hot for Jungle Boy, and he's only got his trunks. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why Mark Quinn is choosing to wear a long sleeve shirt when his partner's wearing a short sleeve? I have no idea.
He's probably just comfortable with it.
Doing another commercial break here. It's good to see Christian. I like Christian.
It's a lot of Jungle Boy so far.
Yeah, it's been a lot of Jungle Boy, but Christian's now taking some heat during the commercial break. Private Party, 2-on-1, beating up on Christian. Christian getting beat up. You see Britt Baker's going to do a celebration later on in the show. She's the new champion. I didn't know this, but McDonald's and Britt Baker, like, she calls the Big Mac the Brit Mac. I don't know if you knew this. I didn't know this.
All I know is something about coupons or something. There's like Brit coupons.
Britt Baker was sent. Now, I wish I could show you this, but me showing you stuff isn't working right now. I'm going to get it fixed.
Well, you probably don't want to because AEW don't they like copyright everything too? So you don't want to show AEW stuff.
This is from Brit's official Twitter, so it's okay. But she wrote, "Thank you, McDonald's, for sending 1,500 Brit Mac coupons for my championship celebration. Love you." She got 1,500 coupons for a free Big Mac. She got coupons from McDonald's for 1,500 free Big Macs, and the coupons expired December 31st, 2021. So she has until the end of the year to get 1,500 Big Macs. Now, I'm assuming she's going to pass those on to friends and whoever, wrestlers. But, goddamn, that's pretty cool. I had no idea Britt Baker was, like, big into McDonald's, and that was part of her gimmick so much that McDonald's sends her Big Mac coupons. I want Big Mac coupons. I love Big Macs. Big Mac is my favorite burger by far. If you told me there was one burger you get to keep and you can only have one burger for the rest of your life, it would easily be a Big Mac. That number one trio is my favorite. I go there, I'm like, yeah, give me the number one, Coke with ice, let's do it. I go home, I'm like, yeah, Big Mac, fries, salty-ass McDonald's fries, a little ketchup maybe. Maybe. I don't even always use the ketchup. I don't need the ketchup. Those fries are delicious on their own. A little Big Mac, Coke, good God almighty. That's my shit right there. I love a Big Mac. I want to be known as the Big Mac guy. How come Britt is like the Big Mac person? I'm a Big Mac person. Let me tell you something about me, Johnny Norris, something you might not know, something I've never revealed on the Ringside Report Network, okay? When I was born, okay? When I was born, my mom, when she was pregnant with me, she couldn't have, like, salty food or something because it was not healthy for the pregnancy, something. So as soon as I was born, she was in a hospital. My dad's like, what do you want? You want something to eat? My mom's like, yeah, get me a Big Mac. So, like, I'm born, my mom's eating a Big Mac, I'm having that breast milk, it's got Big Mac sauce in it. I'm born and bred on Big Macs. Like, Big Mac sauce was in my first meal. You know what I'm saying? I am a Big Mac man through and through. McDonald's hooked me up. You never heard a story like that, McDonald's. I was born. My dad went out, got my mom a McDonald's. Brought her back the Big Mac. She ate that Big Mac, and then she fed me.
Super chat.
Then she fed me with the breast milk with Big Mac sauce in it, probably. I'm a Big Mac man. I'm telling you, I love a Big Mac. Love a Big Mac. Howard Schneider just dropped a super chat. Says, great story. Thank you, Harold. Big love to Harold. That's my Big Mac story. That's my origin story. And to this day, when I'm like not feeling well and I'm not really hungry, the only thing I could really eat is either lobster, because I love lobster and I could eat that shit 24/7, or Big Mac. Like if I'm like, you're like kind of sick, whatever, you got to eat something. I'm like, just give me a Big Mac trio. I'll be all right. I eat that shit, feel a lot better. Telling you. Oh, damn, my
Wow,
mom on the chat just said true story. My mom is on the chat. She watches. She's watching. It's way past her bedtime. She just said true story. That's real shit, McDonald's. Hook us up with Big Macs. My mom to this day. We go to McDonald's. She gets the number one. I get number one. All right?
Cool.
You didn't know that,
cool.
John. That's a real story.
Know that. It's very awesome. I still prefer the Whopper, but it's a good story.
Oh, blasphemy. After all that, you say that to me?
Like, to me, the Whopper's more filling. Like, I just find the Big Mac, it's just not enough, to be honest.
Oh, this guy wants me, Mako wants me to name the ingredients to a Big Mac. Like, I don't know there used to be a song, wasn't there? Yeah, there's a song, but I'm like too young to remember the song, but I could tell you what's in a Big Mac. You got top layer, you got that, sesame seed bun on the top, and then you got your lettuce, your Big Mac sauce, you got your pickles, you got your onions, you got your beef, you got another bun, the middle bun, then you got more Big Mac sauce, more onion, more pickle, then you got another beef patty, and then you got your bottom bun, and that's a Big Mac, baby. Lettuce, onions, pickles, cheese, Big Mac sauce on a sesame seed bun. You know what I'm saying? You don't get much better than that. Oh, man, I want a Big Mac right now. Just talking about it, I'm like, num, num, num. I could have a Big Mac. It's a
little late for that, but...
You want to know something else? You know something else? You know you can get Big Mac sauce on fucking anything at McDonald's? You just got to ask for it. If you want a cheeseburger or Big Mac sauce, you could do that. You could do whatever you want. I don't know if you knew that, John. You can get a Big Mac sauce on any burger you want. If you want a quarter pounder with Big Mac sauce, you can do that shit. You just got to ask.
Well, I think you can buy like Big Mac sauce like at the stores now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I have some in my fridge. Oh. Of course you can. But of course, official McDonald's Big Mac sauce too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it just makes sense. I mean, yeah, because you can put it on anything yourself anyway, so why not?
Mm-hmm. Oh, Jungle Boy just made Mark Quinn tap out. Christian and Jungle Boy beat Private Party on Dynamite. It was all right.
Well, half paying attention to the match, but from what I saw.
It's kind of weird Jungle Boy teaming with Christian. Where's his tag team partners? Like, he's got a tag team, Like, he's with Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. They're not around at all. Oh, here's Matt Hardy about that. That Christian from behind. Twist of fate on the stage. Good God almighty. Matt Hardy.
Matt Hardy versus Christian. We're bringing that back. Wow.
Oh, I love it. Oh, tremendous. Oh, take that, Christian. Matt Hardy got you. I think they are maybe setting up Christian versus Kenny. Like, if Jungle Boy gets, like, kind of, messed around by Kenny during the match, like, Christian might come out and save him and then kind of do something with Kenny. That might be the reason why Christian and Jungle Boy are kind of sticking together right now. I know they were the last two in the Battle Royal, and that's why they're together now, but Jungle Boy won that Battle Royal. He gets a title shot against Kenny, so maybe when Jungle Boy has the match, Jungle Boy gets beat up by Kenny after the match or something, and then Christian makes a save, setting up Christian versus Kenny.
It's possible, because there's a lot of time until the next pay-per-view, which I believe is the first weekend in September. So, yeah, very well could just be a very slow build into this.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that, to be honest. To me, that's the next match for Kenny.
I would like to see that, too. I agree with you. Christian versus Kenny would be awesome. You can still get...
We've seen it with...
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, we've seen it with AEW, You think it's going one way and then completely goes the other way. So
Yeah, you never know. It's fun, man. Oh, Sting and Darby coming out now. You know, at McDonald's, you can still get the 2 cheeseburger trio. It's like not on the menu, but I still get it. You just ask for it. You got to ask for shit at McDonald's. They still give it to you, you know?
I usually just get the McDub. No, like I mean, it's the same thing practically.
Nah. McDouble's all right, but I like the 2 cheeseburgers. I like the single cheeseburgers better. I don't like the McDouble so much. It's like too greasy. There's something about the McDouble. It's always like too greasy when it comes out.
They're all greasy.
No, they're not that greasy. Like I'm telling you, get a cheeseburger and then get a McDouble and compare them. The cheeseburger's like a lot less greasy most of the time. The single cheeseburger, just the regular cheeseburger, I like to get that too sometimes. That's my backup. I'll either get number 1 Big Mac trio, or if I'm not feeling that, I'll get the 2 cheeseburger trio, 2 cheeseburgers, or I'll get that quarter pounder BLT. You ever have that? That's a good one too. Not the quarter pounder sandwich.
It's been a while.
I like the quarter pounder BLT. Delicious.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's good.
I've had that, but yeah.
My brother will have a double. My brother will have a double quarter pounder. That man's crazy. Guy's a beast. Double
That's
QP.
the Lex Luger special, actually.
Is that what Lex Luger would have?
Always do that. Yeah, that was his big thing. Was always getting the quarter pounder with cheese all the time. And then they get the double one.
Double.
That was the special kind of thing.
That's a half pound. Lex Luger. How do you know what burger Lex Luger would order at McDonald's? I love that wrestling knowledge, like little tidbits here and there. I have it, you have it. Like, we all have these weird, like, little pieces of knowledge. That's a weird one. That's in his book.
Yeah. But he mentioned it like 2 or 3 times in his book. It kind of stood out a bit, because he kept talking about it. It's like, oh, I can't wait to go to McDonald's. And, you saw Luger the way he looked, and it's like he'd still go to McDonald's. It's amazing.
Protein, baby. You needed that protein.
Well, that's it.
Oh, didn't Triple H write a book? Didn't Triple H write a book about, going to Subway and getting double meat or something? Going to McDonald's and just eating the patties type of thing?
Yeah, something about that. I didn't read all that stuff, only his workout routines. I didn't read every little thing, but that rings somewhat of a bell.
Triple H is like a workout book. Is that still out there?
Yeah, it's out there somewhere, I'm sure. That was probably like one of the first workout books I like checked out, just for like different like workout tips. Like it was good. I think for beginners, it's fantastic actually.
Sting and Darby doing a promo, and now Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page are doing a promo on the big screen on them.
Oh,
but they
no
lost
rematch.
the match.
I don't want to see a rematch.
They lost the match of the pay-per-view. Why are they doing this again? They're not letting anything go from the pay-per-view. Like, I thought we had resolutions, but everything seems to just kind of carry over.
Fight for the Fallen rematches. It's like a Double or Nothing revenge tour. Fight for the Fallen, I guess.
When's Fight for the Fallen?
Is it not like the first week of July or something like that, no?
Man, I just remembered that was a thing. AEW has so many of these like little events, like on Dynamite, special episodes of Dynamite. I can't tell what any of them are.
Well, they've lost the Bash at the Beach. They can't use that anymore. Apparently WWE got that back.
Really? That's weird.
Well, apparently, I guess that was exchanged for Cody getting the Cody Rhodes. So
it was a trade?
Give it back. Yeah, it was like a trade for names. Yeah.
That's weird.
I'm okay with that trade. I mean, Bash at the Beach, it's okay, but it's not one of the big like pay-per-views in WCW history. It was all right.
Yeah, I don't understand. You want
like the Great American Bash, Starrcade, Halloween Havoc, It'd be awesome if they got World War III, but it wouldn't make much sense.
Man, I would love World War III to happen again. That was my favorite WCW weirdo gimmick, and like no wrestling company seems to want to reproduce it. It was 3 rings what was it, a 60-man battle royal, and then at the end of it, they had a triple threat match? Wasn't that the deal?
Well, it's like, yeah, the 3 winners, whatever, pretty much would come in. Actually, I don't know if it was the 3 winners. I feel like it was just like the last couple would always come in the ring, and that's how it would kind of go. Like
And then
that.
they'd have a match.
Well, it's still no, but it'd still be a Rumble thing. Like it would still end like you have to throw them over. Yeah,
but it was 3 rings, right?
That's how the Giant won. I remember because like when he beat Luger, he just threw him out.
I like the idea of a 3-ring battle royal with like 60 guys. It's fun. WWE did the 1-ring battle royal in Saudi Arabia with 50 guys in it, which is kind of crazy how they fit that in. WCW needed 3 rings for 60 guys. But then again, guys were much bigger back in the 90s than they are today. More room in the ring.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, like World War III, like it's pretty much everyone's already in there, right? So it's not like the Rumble where it's like one at a time kind of thing, right? Like they were all there. So that you kind of needed the 3 rings. It wouldn't have worked without it, right? So
yeah. I thought it was a cool gimmick. Doug Hepburn says, people trying to sell BTS meal cups and paper bags. Spend your money here, people. That's right. Drop your super chats here. Become a member here. What is BTS? They're like that Korean pop group, right?
I'm not 100% sure.
Really?
Never really think I've heard of BTS. No, never heard of BTS.
They're like a Korean pop group that are very, very popular with people that I don't know. I've never heard any of their songs, but I am familiar with who they are. That's about as far as I can go there. I'm not really sure who they are. I'm pretty sure they're Korean. It's like a Korean boy band. Am I right about that?
Okay.
I think I'm right about that. And I think they had a McDonald's meal. Like Travis Scott had a McDonald's meal, and people were like selling the burgers on eBay for like $300 or something, and that's happening with BTS now, apparently. There's like a BTS meal, and that stuff is being resold, like the paper bags that it comes in. Because it's like people, it's hype, you know?
Weird.
I don't get it. Yo, they have burgers right now. Are those Big Macs? Those are Big Macs because it's a Britt Baker celebration right now. Tony Schiavone is in the ring. There's a plate of Big Macs there. There's a bunch of the heel people. Just a mix of heels. There's Dolph Ziggler's brother, Cesar Bononi. Who's that chubby guy with Cesar Bononi and the Peter Avalon and Dolph Ziggler's
like
brother?
JD Drake or something like that?
Yes, I like him a lot, actually. I think JD Drake is tremendous. I want to see more of him. I like that chubby guy, JD Drake. They're in the ring. Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose are in the ring. TH2, I think, is in the ring. What's his name? The Luther and Serpentico, they're in the ring. Just a mishmash of heels. A big plate of Big Macs. Tony Schiavone. And now here comes Britt Baker and Rebel. Tell you what I have. I'll show you.
Exciting.
Huh?
Oh, you're leaving. Where are you leaving for?
I'm not going nowhere.
Well, you're leaving. You're not going anywhere. You're just walking off camera, and that's it. Well, again, Carey Price, the savior of Montreal. Thank goodness. And now Dave's back out of nowhere.
Huh?
Why did you leave?
Oh, because we're talking about McDonald's and exclusive stuff. It reminds me, I have these. I got these at McDonald's. I never even opened these up. You ever see these? Are McDonald's released Pokemon cards, and I know these were pretty hype. I got a couple of packs of these. See, I never even opened them up. I think these are worth like money. People are like pretty excited about Pokemon cards, and these are like exclusive to McDonald's.
Cards are worth money. The old hockey cards are worth a lot of money, apparently.
The McDonald's hockey cards? No way.
Yeah, like they have the. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are.
Dude, I have all of those.
Yeah, but did you open them?
Well, yeah. Oh, unopened?
Oh, that's it. Yeah, unopened. Apparently, they're worth quite a bit.
Are there rare cards that are worth some money?
I imagine, like, you know, if you had like a Lemieux or
I don't
I don't know
know.
if Gretzky had any of his cards or not, but
I don't know, but I'll check that out because I've been looking through some of my old cards. Turns out I have some gold. Did I show you the Macho Man stuff I have?
I don't think so.
Oh man, I didn't show you these. This Macho and Elizabeth card. You see this? This is a Macho Man rookie card. People are selling these on for like $300-400 on eBay, man. It's crazy. And I have 2 of them. Look at that, 2 Macho rookie cards. Ba-boom! I think I did show these to you.
Yeah, you had 3.
Yeah. No, that's a different one. There's 2 different Macho rookie cards. This is the other one. But this one is worth a lot, but not as much as the one with Macho and Elizabeth. They're actually both worth quite a bit. This cool Hogan one. This is awesome. These are from 1985. These are original. I got all these. I got all sorts of wrestling gold. Maybe I've got McDonald's hockey gold too. I'll sell that shit. Get rid of it. Who needs it?
Yeah, I only got what is it? It's the Undertaker right before his match with Brock when the streak was broken. I have that card. And I think Shawn Michaels' retirement match.
How'd you get those?
They came in like books. Like WWE had some books that came out, and they'd just be in there. So, kind of nice. They're from Topps too, like the trading card company. So, decent.
Oh, what is this? Britt and Tony and Rebel were about to toast Big Macs, and then Nyla Rose smashes the Big Macs away, and then takes the plate of Big Macs and tosses them aside. What is the meaning of this, Nyla Rose? And now she's popping the balloons for the celebration. Nyla Rose is turning babyface.
Maybe she just likes Whoppers more.
She's like, I thought there was going to be chicken nuggets here. This is bullshit.
See, that's the great debate. Like, McDonald's nuggets or Burger King nuggets? It's tough,
That's not
man.
a debate. What are you talking about? McDonald's nuggets all day. Burger King nuggets are nowhere near. Get out of here, man.
It's tough. It's really tough.
Not for me.
Like the fries too. Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I think it's.
I
you're
like
gonna say
Burger
McDonald's,
King.
obviously.
I like Burger King, but I'm a McDonald's man for sure.
Wow.
Oh,
Like, I mean, I think the fries is no contest, but that's me.
Oh, so Pac and Pentagon are backstage with Eddie Kingston. They're like, we don't need your help, man, because the Elite guys were beating up Pac and Pentagon after the match in the opener, right? And then Eddie Kingston came out to make the save for them, and now they're like, oh, we used to be a group, but you turned on us, and we don't need your help, so screw you. And Eddie Kingston goes, well, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, so deal with that. So kind of a weird little deal there with Eddie Kingston. You know, he has the history with Pac and Pentagon that they do address, but of course they all have the common enemy with the Elite, so that makes sense. Frankie Kazarian attacked Michael Nakazawa as well. Frankie just seems to be on a warpath to attack the Elite. A lot of people have their sights set on the Elite, right? Everybody's going after them. I mean, they are the champions, tag team champions, world champion, all in the same group, so it makes sense. Just a lot of people going after them right now. A lot of different feuds that they could be in.
Well, it makes you wonder, like, why don't they try to push towards like a Frankie versus Kenny Omega match? Like, I know everyone would expect Kenny would win, but I think that would actually be a pretty decent match. Like, Frankie's still really good. I'm guessing your silence means you disagree. Fine.
I just don't believe it enough. Like you said, no one would believe that Frankie could win, so why would, like, I just don't see him as a title challenger for Kenny right now. Frankie versus, like, he'd have to beat a couple of guys in the Elite before getting to Kenny. You know, he'd have to kind of get through a few. He'd have to beat, I don't know, Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson in, like, singles matches before going after Kenny. I don't know. Carl Anderson. Even then, it's like, well, who cares? You know, he's got to beat somebody in AEW that's established as a title challenger before he goes up and challenges Kenny.
Oh, there's a lot that he's got to do. You know, he's got to start having like an impressive singles record, and then he's going to need some big wins here and there. There's a lot before you could even do that match. It's on a Dynamite, but I think it could be actually a really good match. So they should, I think, build towards that because it feels like they have the ammunition for something here.
Oh, what happened to Johnny? Johnny froze. Johnny Frozy? Uh-oh. Johnny will be back, I think. Johnny? Is Johnny going to come back? We've got Red Velvet. There he is. You froze out, Johnny. We got Red Velvet and the Bunny wrestling. Red Velvet just did a dive and landed on her head. Good God almighty. She way overshot that dive. Whoa. That did not look good. Looked like she got her bell rung there. And the Bunny is out here with her husband, the Blade, and he is super duper red, deep on the niacin. He's redder than QT.
Well, you always see the Butcher always red, so I'm not surprised. You know, makes sense. I think it's also Red Velvet's birthday too, if I'm not mistaken, or it was recently.
Doesn't matter as much as Johnny Hungy. Sorry.
I'm not saying like whatever, like it matters like value in terms of like, you know, this person's birthday over the other. I'm just saying like it happens to be her birthday as well, you know, like.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, good for her. Yeah. She gets to wrestle on her birthday.
Your birthday's next month.
It is, and it's your son's birthday in a couple of days.
Couple of weeks.
Well, we're 20 days away, no?
I mean, roughly. There will be a massive
kind of a big
celebration.
thing, no?
I mean, yeah, he'll be 4 years old.
That's big.
Yeah, I just got him. I got all his birthday gifts. All his gifts showed up.
Because think about it, this is the last year before he'll start like, you know, kindergarten. Like that's big, man.
Take it easy, man.
I'm just telling you.
I'm not ready
like,
to hear that. I know. I understand what happens in ages for children. I'm just not ready to hear it. All right? I'm going to enjoy him being 3 for a couple more weeks before I have to face the realities of his aging and my own mortality. Okay, John? Jesus. Really putting a dark spin on the show now. Making me feel sad. Okay.
Wow.
Join me and AJ on Sunday at around 9:45 for the Logan Paul Floyd Mayweather watch party. Watch me be right about Logan Paul knocking out Floyd Mayweather on Sunday. Yeah, let's see it.
It feels like there's going to be like no winner. Like there's no judges. Like
yeah,
it feels like you're.
If there's no
winner
knockout.
whatsoever. Yeah, that looked like she almost died there on that dive. Holy crap! Like. That was like Lita Trish. Like that was yikes.
It was horrible. What happened?
She overshot, and the Bunny didn't catch her very well. That could have been that could have been career ending right there.
Yeah, right. That looked really rough.
Yeah, but she kind of no-sold it, so whatever. Guess she's okay.
Yeah, she seems fine. She kind of got up like, oh, shit, you know? Like, she realized what happened, but she survived it, and she seems to be wrestling totally fine. They're in a commercial break. They're in the picture-in-picture. Still to come, the main event tonight, I think, is Dustin Rhodes versus Nick Comoroto in a bull rope match. Why?
I think it's the first bull rope match we've seen in AEW. I don't think we've seen one before, so that's interesting.
It's kind of weird, like kind of out of nowhere, no?
Well, they need a main event, right? So, and you kind of gave away that tag match kind of quick. So I understand the idea behind that. You want to attract people to the show when it's on late. So you start with your big stars right away, and you give them a gimmick match at the end. That makes sense.
Nick Camarado, though, in the main event of Dynamite?
Yeah, it's a bit of stretch.
It's weird. You know, Nick Camarado and Dustin Rhodes, like, how is that a main event match for Dynamite? These Friday Night Dynamites feel like they don't matter, like they're not real Dynamites.
Well, yes and no. I mean, you saw that first match. That first match could easily be on, a pay-per-view almost. So.
Mm-hmm. But everything else...
Well, everything else just feels like we're continuing from the pay-per-view, right? So
yeah,
we're building towards the next big small event, which is pretty much going to be a bunch of rematches, it feels like. So, but that's just the direction they've decided. I mean, who's to say if it was on Wednesday, it wouldn't be the same,
Yeah, hasn't been the most exciting episode of Dynamite. The opening match was good. Seeing Christian in the ring was good, but the match was kind of eh. Where's Miro?
Well, he's not there yet. Probably won't be there until next week or maybe the week after.
Why?
You don't always get everybody on the show.
But he's a TNT champion. Shouldn't he be on the TNT show?
It would make sense.
Yeah.
But it doesn't always happen,
Like when Darby was champion, he was there every week.
I don't think he was there every week. Cool, new subscriber again. Awesome.
Thank you, Pro Color.
I feel like there were some weeks. Well, I mean, some weeks he was selling that he was hurt, right? So he wasn't there all the time.
I guess.
But they did put a lot of effort in putting him over almost every week. Like he was a big deal. And it'd be great if they did that with Miro. They're choosing not to, but I feel like you have a problem here with Miro too, where he beat the monster in his first defense. Like, where do you go from there? Maybe they don't know yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure where you go from there. Miro versus...
Yeah, I think they just need time to figure out like where they're going with Miro.
Yeah. It is hard to tell. Like, I'm not sure what you do with him right now. As far as challengers, there's a lack of babyface contenders for Miro that you can put up against him and have them lose, Like Christian would be all right. He's a babyface, but you don't want to have him lose. Thank you, Ashim. You have I don't know, man. There's not many baby faces. Like you could pluck Sammy Guevara to go up against Miro. Like that wouldn't be bad. Jake Hager, maybe. They're baby faces that could, have good matches with Miro but lose. Oh, it's a Johnny Hungy birthday celebration. Finally. Johnny Hungy.
You get what you want. So when we get a new follower, I guess that's on Twitch or something else?
Maybe Facebook? We got our Facebook page back.
Facebook.
No, we got it back.
Oh, we did? Wow.
Yeah, Facebook thought we were doing bad things, but we weren't, and we complained, and we got our Facebook page taken away for like a month, and then we got it back recently, which is pretty cool.
What do they think you're doing bad?
Well, I have no idea. We have no idea.
Okay.
Did he just give a shout out to his wife? Miro's there. Miro's cutting a promo. First, it was the Dark Order cutting a promo about stuff. Evil Uno wants a match with Miro. See, that makes sense. He's a babyface that could lose to Miro. There you go.
Yeah, that's something. I mean, that's not like top of the line feud, but I mean, it's a Dynamite. I'm guessing it's a long promo from what it seems.
Yeah, Miro's talking. It's almost over. It's over. Miro, I guess, versus Evil Uno maybe next week. I like that. You see how Evil Uno got a massive, massive pop during the Battle Royal. Like, people love Evil Uno. Okay, June 26th, Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy. You are correct. June 26th on a Saturday night, it'll be Jungle Boy. Miro versus Evil Uno next Friday night. We'll be doing the watch along for that here. Next Friday night Dynamite, it'll be Miro versus Evil Uno. And the Young Bucks and Brandon Cutler versus Pac, Penta, and Eddie Kingston next Friday in a 6-man tag. Hangman Page and 10 from the Dark Order take on Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs. And those matches are taking place next week. That's pretty decent. Miro versus Evil Uno, I think it'll be really fun to watch. I'm into that.
It seems like a better card overall than this week anyways. We'll see what happens. Like, I know you won't be watching the Saturday shows, but I'm interested to see what the Saturday shows are going to be like.
I watch them.
If they're
I watch them while I watch the UFC, you know? Because to me, like, here's the problem with Dynamite being on Saturdays. Here's the problem with wrestling being on Saturdays while there's UFC on. For me, Saturdays are my UFC night. I'm watching fights on Saturday night. UFC kind of has that night reserved. Like Monday nights, it's Raw. WWE kind of owns that night. And to me, in my world, UFC owns Saturday night. So whatever else is going on Saturday night is not as important as the UFC, who only does a show once a week, and sometimes they don't do a show. Like last Saturday, there was no UFC, you know? So to me,
right,
it's tough to take me away from the UFC. Now, you know, it depends on the UFC card, depends who's fighting and when, but I mean, I'm glad that the UFC that Dynamite's going to be on Friday night next week and not Saturday, because next Saturday it's UFC 263. You know, it's a pay-per-view. It's Israel Adesanya. It's Marvin Vettori. Like, it's a big one, you know? But the following Saturday, like the 19th, and I think you're telling me they're going to be on a Saturday on the 19th, that's Korean Zombie versus Dan Ige. You know, it depends what time the UFC card is on, but... And then the following Saturday, am I going to watch Kenny versus Jungle Boy? Or am I going to watch Alexander Volkov versus my main man, Cyril Gann? I love Cyril Gann. Like, that's one of our guys on Ringside Report. You know, like, we saw this guy fight here in Montreal. We knew him before he was in the UFC. AJ's his, like, biggest fan, you know? We're big fans of this guy. Right. We love him. We think he's going to be future heavyweight champion of the world. So, to me, on a Saturday night, if I have the choice between Cyril Gann and Kenny Omega, I mean, Cyril's fighting a real fight with real consequences. Kenny's having a match with Jungle Boy where you know he's going to win. So, you know, higher stakes in the UFC, so I'm going to watch that UFC on a Saturday. Unfortunately. But, you know, if it's on at different times, I'll switch back and forth. But Dynamite on a Saturday, I don't like. I don't like that, especially when there's UFC fight nights on at the same time. And if it was a UFC pay-per-view, like, that'd be terrible. Like, if they do a Dynamite on July 10th, forget about it. Conor McGregor's fighting July 10th, you know? Like, you got to pick your spots. Wednesday nights, nothing happens Wednesday nights. Perfect time for Dynamite. Saturday, people get busy, you know?
Well, that's cool that someone also has the same shirt. That's awesome.
Brian Firth.
I think it's
Shout
just
out to
for
Brian.
this month.
Sorry?
I think it's just for this month, though. Okay. I don't think it's going to be... Hopefully not, but I mean, depending on how the playoffs all work out, hopefully it's just going to be for this month, and then it'll be all right going forward, because, you know, it's the early rounds, so they have a lot of games to play, right? So hopefully later on it won't be so bad. You hope.
I have no idea. I have no idea how long basketball works.
Well, it's just as long as hockey, right? Pretty much. So it's, you know, it's a couple months anyway, so a couple of rounds. So it's going to be a while.
Doug Hepburn wants to know, why do fans have "Thank You, Dustin" signs? I don't know. Why?
Well, they're probably plants, like just to show that people are appreciative towards Dustin, what he's done in wrestling. It's kind of the whole like thank you Sting just for being there kind of thing. It's the same thing. They just thank the guys that are veterans that have been there since WCW pretty much.
Dustin Rhodes in the ring for the bull rope match with Nick Camarado. Dustin, when he had the bunkhouse brawl with
QT.
It was QT. It wasn't against QT, right? It was
him and QT against like the Butcher and the Blade.
Butcher and Blade, and that was awesome. Right?
It was good. Yes.
So last time Dustin's had one of these gimmick matches on Dynamite, it was tremendous. But now here he is with Nick Camarado in a bull rope match. And I think they have to be tied together with the bull rope, right? That's how it works. Dustin's got it on one arm, and now Nick Camarado attacks Dustin before the match. The referee is trying to get Camarado to put the bull rope around his arm on his wrist. Yeah, so they're attached to each other with a rope on the wrist. They've got a harness there on the wrist. There's a rope linking them together, and in the middle of the rope, there's a cowbell that they can use as a weapon. Oh. No DQ. I think anything goes. I don't think this is you have to touch the four corners of the ring. I'm not really sure what the rules are to this match. Is it pinfall or is it like touch four corners? You've had a strap match, John. I don't know if you ever had a bull rope match.
Were there.
I was there for your strap match, and it was awesome. One of the best matches I've ever seen in person, let me tell you. And I've seen some great matches. I was at Survivor Series 97, brother. I saw Bret Hart get screwed. I've seen some shit. But your bull rope match against Drew Onyx was goddamn tremendous. A strap match. But that was a touch four corners match.
That was a touch the four corners thing. Because I feel like strap matches are usually that way, so we kind of kept with that. Bull rope matches can kind of it depends kind of thing. I've had bull rope matches before, and they were always touch the four corners. But again, it can vary. I think WCW kind of depended on who the guy was, kind of thing. So I don't know. With this, it'll depend. I feel like Dusty did it with the touch the four corners, but not everyone did it.
That's kind of how it's supposed to be, but I don't know. Right now they're fighting in the first row, so they're not really focused on the ring. They didn't get a ton of time for this. It's kind of weird getting this match just tossed in there with like 12 minutes left in the show.
Well, it's decent. It's not bad.
The show's almost over. The match is only going to last so long, and it's like a big gimmick match. Here's Fuego del Sol getting involved, jumping Camarado after Camarado kind of pushed him away. Fuego gets thrown into the crowd. I like this Nick Camarado guy. He's got a great look. He's not a terrible wrestler. I haven't seen much from him, a lot of brawling and power moves and stuff, but he's obviously strong. He gorilla pressed Dustin. He looks great, though.
Yep.
He really looks the part.
Yep, no question about it. I don't know about promos. I feel like he's the guy that doesn't talk when the factory does promos, but
yeah,
that's the kind of a good thing about AEW. You don't really need to be like the complete package in a sense for being a wrestler, because I think they focus more on the wrestling. So as long as you have you can work, I think you'll be okay. They can kind of cover it. They have enough managers, I think, for pretty much everybody if they need to, so you can get by.
He's bleeding now, Camarado, bladed there on the floor, quite obviously. He's had his head down like this. You could tell what he was doing. Comes up bleeding. But he is bleeding. There is blood in this bull rope match, which makes sense. Well, Doug Hepburn says Bret Hart...
cowbell, right?
Yeah. Bret Hart bio on Sunday on A&E. Will we get anything new from it? I don't know. Johnny and I are two pretty big diehard Bret Hart fans. I don't know if we'll learn anything new, but I'll definitely watch it. I'm into anything Bret Hart. Any Bret Hart documentary, I'm gonna have to watch. Johnny, I know you haven't been watching these AEW documentary or A&E documentaries.
It's funny if AEW did these.
Yeah, AEW documentary on Randy Savage for some reason. The A&E documentary, you haven't watched any of them, right? But are you gonna watch the Bret one? Because you love Bret. You're not gonna try and find that somewhere?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I might try to look that one up because it, like you said, it is Brett, and they'll actually interview Brett, so that's kind of great. And they have other people that are actually in his family that they interview. So, I mean, I might disagree with some things that they talk about because it's usually how WWE spins their narrative. It's kind of wonky, but with Brett, like, there's still a lot of good there. So, I mean, it's still probably worth watching.
I think it is. I've seen all the documentaries that they've done. I've enjoyed them. The Mick Foley one was really good. They interviewed Mick. It was a lot of really good stuff. Interviewed Vince about Mick. I like the Mick Foley one. I'm a big Foley fan, too. I love Mick Foley. It was good. It was one of the better ones. I think you'd enjoy it, John. I really do. I don't know if you'd like the Macho Man or the Warrior one so much, but I think you'd like the Foley one. It was good.
The thing about the Foley one, though, apparently, like, he does all the narration for it.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's kind of weird. Like, when you're talking about yourself, like, they should have got someone who was close to him or something.
No. It works. It works the way they do it. You got to watch it. It works. It's not narration like you're thinking. It works. He just kind of says some things to kind of help the story along. It's not really a full narration over images and stuff. It's good. It was really good. I liked it. Do you see the Dark Side of the Ring?
I haven't got a chance to watch it yet. The Grizzly Smith one, like, because I think you tweeted out that it's kind of really dark. So I was like,
it's like the darkest.
I wasn't in that right frame of mind to go that dark yet. Maybe this weekend, but not yet.
Yeah, if you're not feeling it, I would just avoid it altogether. It's bad.
Wow.
It's bad, man. I mean, if you're interested, watch it, but it is, I mean, the guy was a pedophile. Grizzly Smith seemed like a pedophile. Jake the Snake said it. He was not good to his kids. He seemed to have sexually abused at least one of his children. Just a horrible story. A horrible story. Just, my God. Grizzly Smith,
well, it's just
a guy who was in wrestling for a very long time, wrestler, and then in management, and Jake the Snake's father, and also Sam Houston, who was a wrestler, and Rockin' Robin, who she was also a wrestler for WWF briefly, and pretty horrible, pretty horrifying story, pretty shocking stuff. The guy did not seem like a good guy. Seemed like a real pedophile and a real creep, and shocking that he was able to get away with everything that he did for as long as he did. I mean, till he died. He never really got caught for anything. If it were today, though, I think it would be a different story, but pretty fucked up. It's one of the most dark episodes of Dark Side of the Ring you will ever see. Horrifying. I mean, you knew the stories about Grizzly Smith. You kind of saw, like, from Beyond the Mat, what Jake Roberts said there. But,
right.
Like, this went into way more detail. And, yeah. I mean, watching Beyond the Mat, you could kind of think, oh, maybe it was an isolated incident, But then you watch Dark Side of the Ring, and you're like, oh, no, Grizzly Smith was a monster. He was a horrible person. Horrible. So, yeah, worth watching if you want to know about a horrible pedophile man who was in wrestling. Pretty bad, though.
Well, it's sad, but, it's still something to watch without question. So I'll definitely find the time at some point.
Oh, it's one of the better Dark Sides of the Ring. It's really good. And it didn't get me as emotional as some of the other ones, like the Chris Benoit and the Owen Hart one, because I was kind of more invested in their story. It touched me in a different way. This one was like disturbing, but not in the same way. The Benoit one was just kind of hard to watch because of the sadness. This one had some sadness for sure, but it was different for me. Didn't hit me as hard. Speaking of getting hit hard, Dustin Rhodes just got powerbombed off the apron through a table outside the ring. Pretty nice powerbomb. Aaron Solo seems to be ringside helping out Camarado, and now one of the Gunn brothers, one of Billy Gunn's children, came in to attack Aaron Solo and kind of run him off. I don't know which Billy Gunn child that was. I don't know which. I mean, I don't even know. It's Austin and Colton. I know their names, but I don't know which one's which. I don't think I need to yet. Well, maybe one day.
Austin's a bit more built. Colton's just a bit more like taller, but skin not as defined in terms of like his muscle mass.
Okay.
If that helps.
It doesn't. I don't know. I can't even picture their faces, really. I don't know which one's which. I'll figure it out one day, maybe, if I need to. Like I said, if I need to.
They both look like Billy. There's no question about that.
That's it.
You could see the resemblance.
They're just little Billy until they show any promise, Until I see them and go, oh, shit, these guys are really good, I won't really learn their names because I don't need to. I have too many names in my brain. I don't need to learn theirs. Oh, Dustin with the bulldog off the top rope. And now he's tying up Camarado's legs with the bull rope. 3 count. Beats him with a bulldog. Dustin is beating people with bulldogs. 1, 2, 3. Dustin Rhodes just beat Nick Camarado with a bulldog. Did he need that win, Dustin Rhodes? It's a little weird. I kind of expected yes. Camarado to win. You think he did need it? Why?
Just to show that, he can still be a threat, like he can still be somewhat like a contender. Like you could have him against Miro and people would believe that he could win because he still actually wins matches. He doesn't just put over guys. I don't think he's at that point where he's just putting people over. Like he can actually be a threat in some circumstances. And against Miro, I think that'd be very interesting.
Possibly. It does keep Dustin relevant to win this match, which is good.
And it's good for Camarado. Like, he gets the match, he gets the experience, like, it's a win-win.
At a certain point, he should be winning some matches, though.
Yeah, but this is like his first big match, like, main event, like Dynamite. Like, when's he going to main event Dynamite again, if ever?
He wrestled John Moxley on Dynamite a few months ago.
Yeah, that was opening match, if not mistaken, no?
Yeah. This was a featured match, but, featured match that ended at at midnight on a Friday night. A midnight Dynamite. You know what I mean? Like, this show was basically a throwaway. Could have given him the win, but, whatever. I'm not going to argue it to death because it really doesn't matter either way. Dustin getting the win, I understand. Camarado getting the win would have been good for him, To me, you want to build Camarado for the future. Like I said, like he's big, he looks the part, and he's way younger than Dustin. You kind of want to give him a little bit more right now. But I see your point. Keep Dustin relevant for now. But at a certain point, you got to put over other people. Not now. I get it. But Dustin's, pretty old, He's pretty old. That's all I'm saying.
Looks pretty good, though.
He looks good. He wrestled good. He moved good and everything. But, when you see, an older guy in wrestling beat a younger guy who's kind of up and coming, you got to question it.
You got to think long term, and that's what they're doing. Give them that credit. Like, they know what they're doing. They're not just going to have guys, go out and lose all the time.
Yeah, long term, though, is Nick Camarado. Dustin's not a long-term plan. He wrestled in WCW. He's not long-term.
No, but just Nick having the match is going to help him, period. It's a great learning experience for him to have that.
Yeah.
And it's good for him just to try to bounce back from that. That's going to help him a lot. And you're going to need Dustin to put over guys eventually. But you also got to keep him strong. So this is thinking, long-term.
That's it, Johnny. And I'll tell you what, long-term, I'll be back here Monday night after Raw. You want to talk pro wrestling with me? I'll be back here Monday night, 11 p.m. Eastern time for your Monday Night Raw recap. I will be back, though, Sunday night with my man AJ to watch Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul box. Yes, Logan Paul, Sami Zayn's friend from WrestleMania. Thank you, Nico Sank, for subscribing. Logan Paul, the guy from WrestleMania, he's going to be boxing Floyd Mayweather on Sunday, and AJ and I will be watching it with you right here on the Ringside Report Network. Do not forget to like this video. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Click that bell so you get the notifications every time we are on. I'm not sure what time we're going to jump on Sunday night, probably around 9:30, but click the bell so you get those notifications and you get notified when we do go on live on Sunday night. Johnny and I are here every Friday night at 10 p.m. right after Smackdown, and we'll do it again next Friday night right here, same time, right here on the Ringside Report Network for another Dynamite watch-along. A big thank you to Harold Schneider and Douglas Hepburn for the Super Chats tonight. We do appreciate you. Thank you to all the members of the channel. Doug Hepburn. Who else did I see member-wise? Derek John was in the chat tonight. And others. Brian Firth buying the merch. Appreciate you. Harold Schneider, of course, is a member of the team. My mom made an appearance in the chat. I mean, what a show. What a show. What an experience. What a night. I'll be back on Sunday. Johnny, I'm going to give you the last word. What do you got? Give me final words.
Let's hope Habs win Sunday night.
Go Habs. Make it 3-0 on Sunday. Imagine that, John. 3-0. And then they're a game away from...
Pretty much like the semifinals.
So if they win this series, there's another series, and then it's the finals?
Correct.
Damn. And who would they play in the next series?
It's more than likely going to be Colorado at this point.
Colorado? Or who?
Or Vegas. But
Vegas.
Colorado's winning right now, so seems like it's going to be Colorado, I think.
All right. Well, go Canadians. I hope that they do win. And, John, I hope you like my Shawn Michaels shirt. I wore it just for you because I know how much you love the Heartbreak Kid.
You know, this is the one problem I have with getting this shirt for Sami Zayn. Like, I don't like wearing T-shirts that much anymore. It's got to be tank top. So hopefully next time when he does this, like, charity shirts, it's awesome that he does stuff like this. But maybe next time a tank top, because next time I ain't getting a T-shirt. So if I don't have that option of tank top, like, I ain't getting it next time.
Wow.
You get one, and that's it.
Wow, Johnny laying down the law. He needs them tags in the summertime. Mako wants to know if you are on for the game. If Mako's buying Johnny a ticket, he will go to the game, I think. If you got a free ticket to the game, you're saying you wouldn't go?
No, wouldn't go. Social
Even if you didn't have to sit near anybody. It's like social distancing.
Have you seen it?
No.
Have you seen it? Like,
I don't watch hockey. What do I haven't seen it.
Well, I've seen a lot of people very close to each other, especially outside, too. Keep those masks up, people. Damn it.
But you take the metro. You take the bus. You're near people.
Yeah, and I wear 2 masks, and I got my goggles and everything, my gloves, and I got to make sure I have my stick with me next time and make sure that people stay 6 feet away.
Do you carry a stick?
I should. I don't, but I should.
Oh. Whack him with your stick, John. Hit him with the stick, right? We've come full circle with this whacking stick. And that's it. We are done. I'll see you on Sunday. If you want to buy Johnny hockey tickets, follow him on Twitter at North Genesis or at Genesis Johnny North on Instagram. And you can follow us at Ringside Report on Twitter and Instagram. See you later.